Let's talk about foreign films. Da-da-da. I said foreign. Hello again, friends, strangers. Let's talk about films. Damn it. Today, we're going to dive into the deep world of space, where apparently, Alan, in space, nobody can hear you in space. You hear that, generic alien baby? Nobody can hear you in space. Today we're going to talk about the film Aniara by these two directors, okay? I'm going to butcher their names. Earth to Past Sylvie. It's a Swedish film from Sweden, and it's based on this poem in the mid-1950s called Aniara. Aniara is a sci-fi film from the year 2018. It's about this world where people need to be transported from one planet to the next because this planet, Earth, is, well, it's not good anymore. Let's just go away on this vessel called Aniara to our new place. Well, it seems like they're not going to get to that new place after all. Welp! Aniara follows the eyes of this woman who we're going to call the meme robe. The Mima. Sounds like, wow. We followed the eyes of the Mima, and her job is to operate this device called the meme robe, which makes you experience the feelings you had back in Earth. It brings back these old past memories and just, binds them together so that people feel at home without being at home. At first, people don't take this seriously. It's a museum attraction, essentially. But then, when things don't go as exactly as planned, and at the ship, the Aniara, falls out of course, well, who's laughing now, suckers? Most of the people decide to go to the meme robe to experience Earth again because, hey, we're isolated in this space vessel. We gonna need some entertainment, sons of guns. So instead of getting drunk, instead of, eating, instead of watching stuff, they're just gonna relive their moments or relive as much as possible in this meme robe thing. And, let's just throw some kitchen sinks, a bunch of kitchen sinks, and let's see how these people fare. And what happens is, well, they don't necessarily fare well. They peace out. They basically peace out. They yeet. Okay? Some people do one thing, some people do another, and then you have a lead figure who's like, yeah, so, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. This ship, we can do this, guys. People are starting to face this existential dread when they realize that they might not see a place they can call home again. So they settle for this artificial home. They settle for this spacecraft that's heading into what they assume is going to be nothingness. That's Aniara. And before someone says, well, it's going to be boring because it's existential dread, it's fairly much a higher pace of action. People are moving back and forth. People are worried. It's a very familiar feeling. When you're isolated in one place and you can't leave. In space, nobody can hear you in space, Alan. It's this idea that people want to go back. And that's completely, that's understandable. No one's gonna thwart you for doing that. But hey, this is the situation they're facing, and you know what? This is as much as we can relate to them. You know, being in self-isolation. Hey, future selves, when we get past this, how are we doing? Are we doing fine? I don't know. So there's that aspect of self-isolation that we can relate to, but we can also relate to this idea of existentialism. What the heck do we do now? What is our existence about? And the reason why I'm recommending this, even though it is a fairly low-rated film, is because I love this movie. I love it. I love it. This is the kind of film that Hollywood would want remade. It's just in a foreign skin. It's just told in another language. And it's a space film. It's a sci-fi film that tries several different things to get it running or to make it a genuinely unique film. I mean, it's a big what if, right? What if this idea of isolation lasts so long? What are you going to do? Are you going to create fantasy? Are you going to make the best of what's in front of you? Are you going to yeet yourself out? Are you going to game end? Are you going to go crazy? It's a human feeling. Aniara is a sci-fi film in foreign skin. And I highly recommend it. The lead does a great job with performing the ability of a caretaker, even when legit it's the most stressful experience caring for all these passengers because they want what she does. Because no one else can really help her out. It has to be her. Like the whole ship depends on her rather than a captain who may or may not be lying to them. These are the perils of self-isolation. These are the perils of isolation. It's a matter of time. It's a scary thing. And to see in movie form may make us reflect on who we are. I think we can be better in this. Whoosh! Let's not do that. How about let's not do that serious talk again? It's a generic alien baby. It's not gonna talk like Yoda. What are you talking about, man? Of course I'm not gonna talk like Yoda. Stuff good? Maybe you should stop. Maybe you should stop recording. Maybe you should stop recording. Maybe you should stop recording.